For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
And welcome back to Kimberly High School. It's the second game of our girls-boys doubleheader. Earlier this evening, it was the Kimberly girls knocking off the Hortonville Polar Bears 63-46. Gary Roletsky along with Zach Morris, and we're going to have to be a little bit louder because, as you can hear, probably loud and clear is the Kimberly Marching Band right below us to the left. So, Zach, boys game. Hopefully, I'll give Hortonville credit, they fought to the end, but hopefully we get a little better game here between two teams. Really, Hortonville coming in 3-0 on the year, and Kimberly really desperately looking to get their first win of the year coming in at 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a huge matchup for both of these teams, just being able to find a way that you got to be able to get a big win tonight, and it's going to be a tough one, there's no doubt about it. So the question is, the first one they can go out on a hot streak, build the lead early, and use your defense to try to hold and maintain that lead.
And again, just a few seconds away from the national anthem and starting lineup. As I mentioned, Hortonville coming in 3-0, coming off their 1-0 in the FVA. Impressive road win the other night at Appleton North, 56-54. And Kimberly, they lost their season opener at Spash to a very good Stevens Point team, and then their FVA opener was a loss to Nina, a game that we broadcast on the radio side last Friday night. So we are going to take a little bit of a break, and when we return, we'll get you opening tip-off between the Kimberly Papermakers and the Hortonville Polar Bears. We'll be back right after this timeout.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Myron Construction has the unique opportunity to build the landscape of our communities. We play a role in shaping the region as well as communities across the country. Our work supports a range of organizations and industries, ones that ensure health and well-being, secure resources for struggling populations, teach our children, enrich local economies, provide spaces for recreation and entertainment, and strengthen our neighborhoods. We create thriving, welcoming places for people to work, play, and engage. Together, we're building excellence.
And Kelly Davies Homes Team LPT Realty, your home where your kids start shooting hoops in the driveway and where a lifetime of memories are made. As a proud born and raised Kimberly resident, Kelly takes special pride in connecting local buyers and sellers to their future home. Give her team a call today. Start your own real estate journey. Kelly Davies is a certified Ramsey trusted agent with years of experience helping buyers, sellers, investors, and hundreds of transactions a year. find Kelly Davies Homes team on Facebook at kellydavieshomes.com and give them a call today. Kelly Davies, proud supporter of Kimberly Athletics. Hey, and stop in Van Abels of Hollandtown before or after the game. They are open Wednesday through Sunday. Celebrate your high school team or make the holiday special with friends and family at Van Abels. Their menu is crafted from decades-old Van Abels recipes and served every Wednesday through Sunday with room to easily serve large groups for work, family reunions, and weddings up to 500 guests. Join Van Abels for their famous fish fry, steaks, and legendary family-style chicken. Van Abels of Hollandtown, treating your eating like family since 1848. Find out more at vanabels.com or find them on Facebook for updates. Gary Bileski and Zach Morris. Nice crowd tonight between two FVA rivals as we are getting the starting lineups. So the Hortonville, they are led by a pair of guards. Riley Miller, 6'1" senior guard, coming in nearly averaging 18 points a game. And also at guard, 6'7", Ethan Juling, 16.7. 3 Hortonville Polar Bears in double digits. And also Alton Rogers, a 6'1" senior guard, coming in at 14.3 game. Kimberly led in scoring by Landon Van Offren at 13 points a game, and the other papermaker in double digits is guard Ryan Buchanan at nearly 11 points a game. So we are just about ready for tip-off. It'll be Owen Sippis for Hortonville. And jumping for the Papermakers is Alex Kraus. Hortonville wins the tip. Joling with the ball. Looking Sippis. Here's Miller. Miller all the way to the hole. Riley Miller, quick 2, gives the Polar Bears a quick 2-0 lead.
Well, at the girls' game, we're seeing early scoring.
And a trapping defense forces a quick timeout, quick turnover. Mikey Wild's pass goes out of bounds. As I mentioned, Miller, impressive senior guard, having a great start to the season. Quick motion here for the Polar Bears, and their three-pointer is good, wide open. Alton Rogers. They jump out to a quick 5-0 lead. And this time, Kimberly able to break the press.
Well, the girls of Hortonville were able to get a 7-0 lead to start out their game before Kimberly went on a run.
Yeah, they did. And we saw what happened in that game, and we're going to get a foul called. It will either be, I believe, Alton Rogers. Actually, Max Chan, number 14, called for the reach-in foul. Aaron Cullen bringing it up for the Papermakers. Cullen cut off by Miller. Nice pass down low from Lam to Van Offren. Nice offense there by the Papermakers. Rogers hands off to Chan. Chan strong to the hole. Little runner brought down by Kraus. Kraus with the board. Wild's wide open three-pointer. Ties it at 5. Quick 5-0 run for Papermakers.
And that's an important basket there by the Papermakers, just being able to match that early run by the Polar Bears.
Miller to Chan. Back to Rogers. To Ethan Joling. Joling cut off to Alden Rogers. Nice move to the hoop. 2 more for the Polar Bears. Van Offren hands it off to Wilds. Back to Cullen. 2 Wilds, Aiden Lam. On the dribble, hands it off to Wilds. A couple players hitting the floor. We're going to get a timeout for the Papermakers as Van Offren, doing a nice job doing the dirty work, gets the timeout. So that gives us an opportunity to tell you about Van and Boom Verstegen Wealth Management, rolling over your 401k, changing jobs or planning retirement. Matt Van den Boom and Mike Verstegen can help. They are certified financial planners serving businesses and families in the Fox Cities. Contact Van den Boom Verstegen Wealth Management today, 920-560-5600, or online at vvwealth.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial Insurance Products, offered through LPL Financial or its affiliates. .35, quick start here both ways offensively. Hortonville up 7-5. Colin bringing it up for the Papermakers. Van Offren, point blank range with the miss. Joling comes down with the rebound. Here comes Hortonville up 2. Joling on the penetration. Tough runner off the back of the rim. Kraus again doing a nice job. His second rebound of the night for the sophomore guard. Aaron Cullen to Landon Van Offren. Wilds on the dribble penetration. Out to Kraus. Is swinging around. Wilds. Nothing there. Kraus wide open three-pointer is good for Alex Kraus.
And that's why you continue to trust in your offense. It was a long, drawn-out play, but being able to get that big three-pointer.
Again, Riley Miller finding his way into the lane and gets the kiss off the glass to give Hortonville a 1-point lead. Tough move by Cullen. We're going to get a foul, though, on the shot. Aaron Cullen should be at the free throw line shooting 2. A fast start, Zach, both teams offensively.
Yeah, and that's the most important part of the night. If you're able to just find a way to get off to a good rhythm early on in the game and rely on that when you get to the middle of the first half. So many times we've seen teams like the Polar Bears in the girls' game get to a nice rhythm in the first half, first part of it, but then it faded out and they never really got it back till near the end of the game.
Elliot Vetter checking in for the Polar Bears. Cullen makes them both. Gives Kimberly their first lead of the night, 10-9. 14 minutes, just over 14 minutes here in the first half. Nice pass, nearly stolen. Left-handed shot, no good by Owen Sippis. Here comes the Papermakers. Van Offren back to Wilds. Mikey Wilds to Lam. Back to Krause. Top of the key to Cullen. Back to Krause. Kimberly being patient this offensive possession. Van Offren strong to the hole, and his layup is good. Landon Van Offren with 4. Rogers at the top of the key, hands it off to Sippis, to Vetter. Riley Miller, boxed off by Wilds and knocked out of bounds as Van Offren hits the deck. Ben Grabner coming in, along with Keegan Plew for the Papermakers. 13:08 first half. Kimberly up by 3. Joling, a nice job with the high pass. Vetter's pass stolen. Here comes Krause. Layup good for Alex Krause. 14-9. Kimberly with the lead.
Well, the Polar Bears need to be able to put some points on the board.
And Riley Miller
And that's a big three-pointer there, Gary, just because it continues to feel that offensively you're still moving the ball around, feeling successful at it, because they went a while without a basket.
Mikey Wild's three-pointer at the top of the key, front rim, no good. Rogers with the rebound. Here come the Polar Bears, down 2. Miller again from 3. Same result, same spot. 10 points quickly for Riley Miller, coming in averaging almost 18 a game for the senior guard. Cannot leave him open as he's 2 for 2 from 3, and we're going to get a near steal. We're going to get a jump ball, change of possession arrow. Going to head over, I believe, to Hortonville. Blake Idle checking in, along with, let's see who else checked in, number 21. Aiden Sweeney coming in for Hortonville. They have a 1-point lead. Colin's three-pointer, in and out, no good. Vetter with the rebound, and kicking violation by the Papermakers. Miller with the ball between the circles. Bounce pass to Idle. Back to Joling. Nice backdoor cut. Reverse layup off, no good for number 21, Aiden Sweeney. And Sweeney going to be called for the foul. Nice execution on the backdoor cut. Sweeney went for the reverse layup, just unable to convert that layup. So Hortonville down 1. Kimberly will have the ball. Plew going to be called for the foul on him. Riley Miller with the foul. .25, Polar Bears up 1, 15-14.
Both teams now struggling to score after the 2 back-to-back three-pointers by Hortonville.
Plew underneath. Grabner's shot no good. Here comes Polar Bears. Vetter to Miller. Miller thought about it, but he's going to penetrate. A lot of contact, nothing there. No foul. Plew with the rebound. He's double-teamed. And to get the steal, again, a lot of contact, no foul, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. As Ethan Joling, right underneath us, hits the floor hard. Hortonville crashing the boards hard, but foul called on them, I believe, so Kimberly will have possession. Chaotic sequence there for both teams. Here comes Wilds to Krause to Grabner underneath. Nice job by Van Offeren. Nice catch, able to convert on the layup. Grabner with the assist. 16-15. Papermakers with the lead. Back and forth start to this game here at Kimberly High School. Here comes Miller to Sweeney. Back to Miller. Joling. Joling guarded by Van Offeren. Joling from 17. His jumper, nothing but net. Joling with the nice jump shot. Again, here comes Krause. Again, Van Offeren underneath hits the deck. They will call a traveling violation. I thought Van Offeren got rid of it before that, but the officials saw it differently. 17-16, just at the 10:01 mark here at Kimberly High School. Sweeney bringing it up for Hortonville. Rogers with the penetration. Rogers still on the dribble. Bounce pass to Miller. Miller's 15-footer air ball. Nice defense by Van Offeren. Forces that air ball. Here comes Krause to Mikey Wilds. Wild's going to swing it around to Krause, in front of the Hortonville bench. Down low, Van Offeren. Van Offeren's shot no good. Grabner with the putback, good for the big man, 6'9". Grabner gets his first 2 of the evening.
Taking advantage of his height, and that's what he needs to do to put some easy points on the board.
A 6'9" senior, and the ball not out of bounds. Checking in for Kimberly. Back will be Ryan Buchanan. 6'3" junior forward for the Makers. Idle. Three-pointer blocked by Cullen. Sweeney still with possession. And he gets the acrobatic runner to fall for Aiden Sweeney.
Coaches always say track down your own shots. Granted, when it's blocked right in front of you and lands in your arms, it makes it easy.
Here comes Wilds, nearly thrown away. Van Offeren to Krause. Krause, 17-footer off the rim, no good. Here comes the Polar Bears. Rogers on the rebound. Rogers back to Miller. Good start for Miller. 10 points on the evening for Hortonville, their leading scorer. Rogers in the lane, cut off by Van Offeren. Nice job, Riley Miller, 6'1" frame. He finds ways to score, and that's why he's the leading scorer. 12 on the night for Riley Miller. Hortonville back up to a 3-point lead. Buchanan to Krause. Back to Wilds. Krause, three-pointer off the rim, no good. Cullen there for the rebound. Again, Van Offeren with the putback. His putback is no good. Couple chances, and Mikey Wilds with the steal, and he's going to be fouled. And saw that on the football field with Wilds, one of the better defensive backs, that time intercepting the Hortonville pass, and he's fouled as he's hit hard. Aaron Cullen coming back out of the game.
Yeah,
Ian Lam back in for Kimberly.
Papermakers were bailed out by the turnover. You'd like to think you can make it on your third attempt on that last offensive set, but back with the ball.
Kimberly with the basketball. Mikey Wilds on the dribble. Back to Buchanan to Lam. Lam with the right-handed dribble. Back to Krause. Krause in the lane. Krause with the jumper. Gets the friendly roll. Alex Krause again on the board. He's had a nice start for the sophomore. 21-20. Hortonville with the lead. Joling back in. He's got the basketball. Joling in the lane. A lot of contact. The basket doesn't count, but foul, but there will be a foul. Joling at the free throw line shooting 2. Joling, the second leading scorer, athletic 6'7" junior guard coming in, averaging nearly 17 points a game for the Polar Bears. His first free throw, nothing but net. 22-20. Hortonville shooting into the Kimberly student section, and free throw no good. Lam with the board. Here comes Mikey Wilds, guarded by Joling. Back to Buchanan, swinging around to Van Offeren. Van Offeren, baseline penetration cut off by Kaden Kresge. And we're going to get a steal by the Polar Bears. Alton Rogers. Rogers all the way to the hole. Nice reverse layup by Rogers. Pretty move for Rogers. 4-point lead for Hortonville. They take advantage of the turnover to give themselves that 4-point lead. Head coach Matt Hintz yelling out instructions. And again, loose ball brought down by Kresge. Kresge doing a nice job off the bench here, giving a little spark. Joling guarded closely by Wilds. Back to Sweeney. Back to Kresge. Rogers thought about the three. getting to Joling. Joling hands it off to Idle. They're going to swing it around back to Sweeney. Blake Idle to Alton Rogers. Rogers three-pointer. It's nothing but the backboard.
Those back-to-back turnovers by the Papermakers, they were very hard work by the Polar Bears to be able to get those turnovers.
Oh, Mikey Wild's athletic layup reverse and doesn't get the friendly roll. Hortonville with the rebound. Idle in the lane. Back to Rogers. Two-man basketball. Rogers baseline penetration. Joling's three-pointer going to be long. Buchanan with the rebound, and we're going to get a timeout by head coach Freddie Owens for Kimberly. 5:03 to go in the first half, 24-20. Hortonville, I can tell you, Kelly Davies. Home team, LPT Realty, your home where your kids start shooting hoops in the driveway and where a lifetime of memories are made. As a proud born and raised Kimberly resident, Kelly takes special pride in connecting local buyers and sellers to their future home. Give her team a call today. Start your own real estate journey. Kelly Davies is a certified Ramsey trusted agent with years of experience helping buyers, sellers, investors, and hundreds of transactions a year. Find Kelly Davies Homes team on Facebook at kellydavieshome.com and give them a call today. Kelly Davies, proud supporter of Kimberly Athletics. 5:03 to go here in the first half. Gary Berleski along with Zach Morris. Zach, sort of a up and down first half for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, this has been what you expect for these teams. It's a struggle for a while. These points will come in a flash, and you're thinking, well, this is going to be a high-scoring game, and then it just drags on for a little bit. But it's the defensive plays. I mean, these turnovers that the Polar Bears are being able to get, it's just all with their athleticism, just being able to dive for loose balls, just jumping in the air and tipping them and being able to be in the right place at the right time.
Aaron Cullen back into the game for the Papermakers. Down 4 under the 5-minute mark. And Joling with the steal. Ethan Joling one-on-one. A lot of contact. Not going to get the layup to fall, but he's going to be at the charity stripes as foul committed by Ryan Buchanan. Again, Hortonville's defense leading to a quick transition for the Polar Bears. Joling just went 1 for 2. Makes his first. 25-20 Polar Bears. Wilds checks back in. Buchanan's going to take a seat on the bench. And checking back in for Hortonville, Ryan Miller, leading scorer for them with 12 points. As Joling hits both free throws. Back to a 6-point lead for the Polar Bears. Mikey Wilds to Krause. Krause in the lane. Krause all the way to the hole. His layup up and good. Alex Krause having a nice game. Cuts it to a 4-point game. Coming in averaging nearly 10 points a game for the 6'4" sophomore. Joling's short three-pointer falls short. Krause doing a job on both ends of the court. An excellent job rebounding and leading the Papermakers in scoring. Oh, Collins three-pointer rim on kind, in and out for Cullen. Kresge with the rebound. Down low, nice look for Sippis, but unable to get the short jump shot. Van Offeren all the way to the hole, knocked out of bounds by Sippis. 6'7" forward for Hortonville, doing a nice job on the defensive end. Denying Van Offeren from an easy layup.
This is a huge possession here for the Papermakers, just to cut this lead down to a single possession.
And a tough shot by Cullen, falling away. Kresge's done a nice job. Another rebound for Caden. Joling in the lane. A lot of contact, and we're going to get an offensive foul called on Krause. Wipe out the basket. Alex Krause takes the charge. Grabner Plew back in for the Papermakers. .330 to go here in the first half. 26-22 Polar Bears with the lead. Plew with a little jump shot. Keegan Plew gets his first 2 points of the game. Quickly, here come the Polar Bears. Riley Miller thought about it. Miller guarded closely by Plew.
Well, you make 2 for that position. You want to be able to make the third.
Max Chan also checked in back for the Polar Bears. Miller's runner no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kresge and the Polar Bears. Rogers checking back in for Kresge. Did a nice job off the bench for Hortonville. Under 3 minutes to go, 26-24. Hortonville with the lead. Here comes Mikey Wilds. It's a nice screen from Grabner up top. Lam, left-handed dribble, back to Wilds. Wilds with the left-handed dish to Aiden Lam. Lam's first three-pointer of the night gives Kimberly a 1-point lead at 27-26. Rogers all the way to the rim. A lot of contact. Rogers going to be fouled on by Aiden Lam going up. So Alden Rogers be at the free throw line shooting 2.
With a chance to tie or take the lead.
Hey, Hortonville does a nice job with that dribble penetration. They've been able to do that a few times, get past their defender and fouled going to the hole. As Rogers converts the first, we're tied at 27. Checking in for the first time tonight for Kimberly, Bryce Mischler. 6'4" junior forward, checking in for Aiden Lam. Rogers' second free throw, also good. The Polar Bears back to a 1-point lead. Here comes Krause. Got 9 points on the night. We're going to get a foul. Moving screen by Ben Grabner. That's set on the screen. See that call a lot at the high school, at all levels of basketball. Here comes Joling, guarded closely by Wild. Joling, tough jumper, but he hits. Right down below us, Ethan Joling with the 14-footer from the baseline, 30-27. Polar Bears on a little run of their own. Three-pointer no good by Mischler. One and done for the Papermakers.
Right now it's just about building momentum as you enter halftime. Not that you have to have a big lead, just enough to continue to build off of something in the second quarter. Second half, I should say.
Yeah, Rogers from Joling, back to Miller. The 3 leading scorers there playing catch. Miller stops his dribble, gets a little help from Sippis. Back to Miller. Miller, strong move to the hoop. Seen that before. Riley Miller, all of a sudden, 5-point lead for the Polar Bears. Riley Miller uses that 6'1" frame well to get those runners to fall in the lane. Grabner three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Here comes Joling. Joling all the way to the hoop. Pretty reverse layup for Ethan Joling. 7-point lead all of a sudden for Hortonville. Wow, what a play. What a move by Joling.
We've seen that a few times already in this first half.
Yeah, big run here for the Polar Bears. Kimberly had a 4-point lead. All of a sudden, they're down 7. Mischler down low to Grabner. We're going to get a timeout by Freddie Owens. With 26.3 seconds to go in the game. And gives us an opportunity to tell you about Van Abels. Please stop in Van Abels of Hollandtown before or after the game. They are open Wednesday through Sunday. Celebrate your high school team or make the holiday special with friends and family. at Van Abel's. Their menu is crafted from decades-old Van Abel's recipes and served every Wednesday through Sunday with room to easily serve large groups for your work party, family reunions, and weddings up to 500. Join Van Abel's for their famous fish fry, steaks, and of course, their legendary family-style chicken. No one better than Van Abel's of Hollandtown, treating your eating like family since 1848. Find out more at vanabels.com. And of course, you can find them at Facebook for updates. So key possession here, Zach. 26.3 seconds to go. Hortonville's really took control here the final couple minutes of the half. After that Plough jumper, it's been all Hortonville, and they looks like they will stay for one shot here. Krause with possession. Krause with the left-handed dribble, guarded by Rogers. Back to Mischler. 8 seconds to go to Mikey Wilds. Wilds baseline penetration. Krause three-pointer, good for Kimberly as they end the half, as Coach Matt Hintz not happy with that final defensive possession, as we are at the half with the Papermakers the Hortonville Polar Bears taking a 4-point lead at the half, 34-30. We're going to take a little bit of break, and when we return, we'll talk about the first half and get you ready for second half action. Once again, after one half of play, it's Hortonville 34, Kimberly 30. We're back in a couple minutes.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
And welcome back to Kimberly High School. Gary Bolesky along with Zach Morris. We are at the half. Hortonville leads the Papermakers 34-30. The Hortonville Polar Bears, it's been a long day, are led in scoring by Riley Miller. He's got 14. Ethan Joling has chipped in 9 for Kimberly. They are led in scoring by Alex Krause. He has 12. And sort of a interesting first half there, Zach. It seemed like Hortonville started well. It seemed like Kimberly was taking control, and then the last 3 minutes, like Hortonville hit a switch and really had that big run, but Krause with that big three-pointer at the buzzer makes it a 4-point game.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first half where you see both of the teams trying their hardest, and right now the difference of the game is 4 points to Hortonville, and I think it's because of what they've been able to do defensively. The turnovers and the points off turnovers have been a key part in the reason why they've been able to build multiple leads. And hey, it would have been 7 if you don't include a last-second three-pointer by Kimberly to end the first half. So right now they're in control. The question is, can they maintain this 4-point lead?
Yeah, I think we're going to have an excellent second half of basketball. It's been a very well-played first half and sort of a game of runs, as I mentioned, as Hortonville had a really nice run there to end the half. But, boy, I can't say enough that Alex Krause three-pointer really gave some momentum into the locker room for the Papermakers and gives us an opportunity we haven't had a chance to tell you about. Kelly Davies' Homes team, LPT Realty, your home where your kids start shooting hoops in the driveway and where lifetime memories are made. As a proud born and raised Kimberly resident, Kelly takes special pride in connecting local buyers and sellers to their future home. Give her team a call today. Start your own real estate journey. Kelly Davies is a certified Ramsey trusted agent with the years of experience helping buyers, sellers, investors, and hundreds of transactions a year. You can find Kelly Davies' Homes team on Facebook at kellydavieshomes.com and give them a call today. Kelly Davies, proud supporter of Kimberly Athletics. So Hortonville will have possession here to start the second half, and a near steal by Kimberly, but Miller there. They're going to swing it around from Chan back to Rogers. Sippis to Chan. Chan in the lane at the free throw line. Back to Joling. Joling to Miller. Miller guarded closely as Kimberly in the man-to-man defense, which both teams have pretty much played throughout the game. Joling thought about it. Joling going to take it to the hole. Rogers with a three-pointer. Nothing but net for Alton Rogers. 37-30, and a near steal as Krause, his three-pointer this time will fall short. Lahm does a nice job with the rebound as Wilds gets it back to Lahm, as Kimberly will set it up again, and there's going to be a steal by Chan. Here comes Miller. Miller gets the pick from Chan. 18-foot pull-up jumper. Grazes the front of rim. Wilds with the rebound. Colin three-pointer off the rim, no good. Lahm there for the offensive board for Kimberly. Second chance opportunity for the Papermakers. Down 7. 16.5 to go, and there's going to be another steal by Miller. Miller all the way to the hole. His layup is good for Riley Miller.
Right now, the Polar Bears defense just seems to be a step or two ahead of the Papermakers, making some key steals so far early in the second half.
Van Offeren strong to the hole for Landon Van Offeren. And we got an injury as Rogers down on the court as Kimberly is being helped up. And good news, Alton Rogers. Okay, walking off under his own power. A lot of contact. Let that go between Van Offeren and Rogers. Of course, Landon Van Offeren from the football team. Two-way starter, both at quarterback and outside linebacker. And I think they're going to have to let Rogers take a little break as Eden Sweeney checks back in for Rogers, who will get a little bit of a blow after that hard fall to the court. 39-32. Polar Bears with the lead. Here comes Miller again to Chan. To Sweeney. Keegan Plew in for the Makers the second half. Nice steal by Krause as he picks the pocket of Joling. Here comes Krause. Back to Plew. Krause to Wilds. Good coach Freddie Owens, you can hear him from here calling out instructions on the offense. Lam thought about the three. Gets it to Plew. Plew shot blocked by Sippis. Sippis doing a good job on the defensive end. Here comes Miller. Miller in the lane. Gets too far underneath, but Joling there for the easy back.
It's all about placement. If you're on the right side of that rim, be able to get those easy putbacks.
Joling now in double digits with 11. Wilds with the strong move to the hole for the layup. 41-34. Polar Bears. Chan with the runner, no good. Putback also no good by Sippis. Krause there for the rebound. Here comes Kimberly on transition. Van Offren. Oh, Chan blocks the three-pointer out of nowhere. Max Chan on the defensive side of the basketball swats away the three from Keegan Plew.
That was a wicked block to get your crowd energized.
Yeah, in a large student section, there's Mikey Wiles, three-pointer, no good. Nice board by Sippis. Here comes Rogers. Up 7. Polar Bears with the basketball. Chan from Joling, back circling around. Miller looking for a pick, gets it. Swings it around. There's a nice steal by Van Offren, cuts in front of Sippis. Here comes Mikey Wilds. Mikey Wilds back to Lom. Strong move to the hole. Van Offren with the left hand, a little bit out of control. Miller with the rebound. Quickly up court is Miller and the Polar Bears. Hand off to Joling. Backdoor cut. Here comes Miller. Miller with the reverse, unable to fall. Gets his own rebound. Back in the lane is Riley Miller. He's got 18. Double-digit lead. Actually, 9-point lead. My bad. 43-34. Polar Bears up by 9.
Yeah, the Papermakers need to keep scoring just to be able to avoid from getting this lead from out of hand.
Aaron Cullen strong to the hole. He is fouled going up. He will be at the free throw line shooting 2.
Every time the Polar Bears start to extend that lead to a dangerous marker by double digits, Papermakers keep finding a way to strike back, and that's important between this point and about 8-7 minutes to go, and then you want to start seeing this lead start to dwindle.
Cullen in and out on the first free throw. Krause back in for Lam. Also back in for Hortonville, Blake Idle, 6'2" forward. Colin trying to get at least 1 or 2 on this trip to the free throw line, and he does. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 13 minutes and counting, plus 13 here. Joling, 17-footer, nothing but net for Ethan Joling. Joling's got 14. Make that 13. And Papermakers turn all over the ball. Here comes Hortonville. Chan from Eiding. Back to Joling. Joling stops the dribble. Eiding strong to the hole. Nowhere to go. Chan's going to be called for the traveling violation. Shuffled his feet before the dribble. 10-point lead here for Hortonville. Mikey Wilds bringing it up for the Papermakers. Back to Plew. Van Offren with the ball to Krause. Wilds with the basketball for a screen. Swings it around. Flew back to Cullen. Van Offeren down low. Double team. Van Offeren strong to the hole. Gets the tip up. Back in on the second chance for Landon Van Offeren, using his strong 6'4" frame for the putback after the initial miss by Van Offeren. 45-37. Here comes Joling. Joling in the lane. Cut off. Swings it around. Hiding three-pointer, no good. Krause with another board. Here comes Wilds. Wilds with possession. Back to Krause. Nice pass down low to Van Offeren, and he's going to be fouled by Riley Miller. Van Offeren going up. He'll be shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, now a chance for the Papermakers to cut into this lead. Now that you can make both of these free throws, looking at a 7-point game, you're starting to feel more comfortable as you enter near the halfway point of the second half.
Van Offeren's first free throw off the back of the rim. Lom back in for Kimberly. Plu checking out. Van Offeren good on the second. He checks out as Ryan Buchanan checks back in for Kimberly. So 7-point lead for the Polar Bears. Joling, strong drive, cut off, back to Eiding. Rogers, Idle, I should say, correction. Miller all the way to the hole. Little bit of body contact, and Miller will be at the free throw line shooting 2. Boy, he does such a nice job using his body to protect the ball, protect the basketball, and he's got a game-high 18 points for the senior, right at his average. So Riley Miller at the charity stripe, shooting 2. Short on the first. You see the Hortonville student section on the other side of the basket. Strong representation for them. And Miller with the rare pair of misses from Miller. She's at 45-38. Wilds turnaround 12-footer. Pretty for Mikey Wilds. They answer the Miller misses with a jump shot of their own. Miller three-pointer. In and out, no good. Lom with the rebound. Here comes Kimberly. And we're going to get a grabbing foul, reaching, I believe, by Joling. Prevented a fast break. His second, third team. So all of a sudden, Zach, Kimberly within 5 and has the basketball.
Yeah, and this is the run they needed to go on just a little bit earlier than I thought they would do it, but a chance now to make it a one-possession game.
Buchanan at the top of the key, guarded by Idle. Collin back to Wilds. A strong move. Oh, Mikey Wilds had a good look. Couldn't convert. Here comes Joling. Joling reverse. Miller wide open three-pointer. And oh, there is a clutch three-pointer. Excellent ball movement by the Polar Bears as Riley Miller hits the 3. Van Offeren strong to the basket. He is fouled going up. Excuse me, Krause, my bad. Alex Krause. Taking it strong to the hole. He'll be at the line shooting 2. .10 left to go here in the game. Very important free throws for Kimberly's. Struggling in this half. Another miss for the Papermakers.
Yeah, because right now they just need a match point for point with the Polar Bears and slowly find an extra basket or 2.
Yeah, 3 straight misses for Kimberly and down 8. Need every one of those points. Krause's second, though, good. 48-41. Hortonville. Here comes Rogers. Bounce pass to Idle. Back to Rogers. Right at the 10-minute mark. Miller coming off that big three-pointer. Miller strong to the basket. Once again, Riley Miller with the answer. 23 for Miller. Cullen knocked out of bounds by Miller. Van Offeren and Aiden Sweeney checking back in for their respective teams. Well, every time you think Kimberly's got a run, Miller here with 5 points, and we're going to get a foul reach in by Elliot Vetter, who's checked back in. 5 team fouls now for Hortonville, something to pay attention to. A couple more will put Kimberly back at the free throw line. Kimberly looking for their first win of the year. Hortonville undefeated at 3-0. Krause retains possession. Swinging it around to Lam. Baseline jumper by Lam, way too strong. Miller comes down with the board. Here comes Riley Miller. 9-point lead. See if Polar Bears a little more patient with the clock ticking. Nearing the 9-minute mark with a 9-point lead. Miller looking for the screen from Joling. 1-on-1 by Cullen. Nice up and under by Vetter, his first 2 points of the night. And a steal by Joling. Quick 4 points, and we're going to get a timeout by the Papermakers as they take a 54-41 lead with 8:49 to go in our game. And that gives us an opportunity to talk about Van Abels. Stop in Van Abels of Hollandtown before or after the game. They are open Wednesday through Sunday night. Celebrate your high school team or make the holidays extra special with friends and family at Van Abels. Their menu is crafted from decades-old Van Abels recipes served every Wednesday through Sunday. They have room to easily serve large groups for those work parties, family reunions, and weddings up to 500. Join Van Abels for their famous fish fry, steaks, and legendary family-style chicken dinner. Van Abels of Hollandtown, treating your eating like family since 1848. Find out more at vanabels.com, and you, of course, can find them on Facebook for updates. What a quick run. That's what we were talking about, Zach. Every time you think Kimberly is going to make a run of their own, Hortonville has been there for the answer.
Yeah, I mean, you almost would forget that it wasn't too long ago, a couple minutes ago, that Kimberly headed down to a 4-point game, and now they just found a way to balloon this lead to 13. Granted, we've seen Kimberly go on runs, and it's still plenty of time, but if I'm Hortonville, I'm feeling pretty good right now. The fact that your team can't respond every time Kimberly starts to creep back into this game, you just continue to get with an arm's length away.
Yeah, and they've been doing it with their top 2 scorers, both Riley Miller and Ethan Juling, having impressive games on the offensive end to really keep Kimberly from striking distance. Now down 13 here with 8:40 to go, but do have the basketball, and still a lot of ball game to go here. Krause with the ball on the dribble, guarded closely by Vetter. Krause, tough runner, off the glass, no good. Van Offeren there for the putback, and good, and the foul for Landon Van Offeren. Opportunity for the 3-point play. Blake Idle called for the foul. Dirty work for Van Offeren, could be rewarded here and will with the 3-point play. Desperately needed to make this a 10-point game and nearly stolen. Vetter's going to break the press. Near violation by Miller, but not. He does a good job maintaining possession of the ball. Him and Idle playing keep away. Back to Joling. Joling with the behind-the-back dribble. Joling swings it around to Sweeney, back to Miller. Patient offensive set here for the Polar Bears. Plew guarding Miller, and Plew with the steal. Here comes Keegan Plew. Flew all the way to the rim, and he gets the layup. Quick 5-0 run after the Freddie Owens timeout, and we're going to get a hand check by Aiden Lam. So exactly what I think Coach Owens needed, Zach, after that timeout. Quick 5-0 run.
And that, a few coaches in this new, well, I shouldn't say new anymore. It's been here for quite a while. These halves, coaches tend not to call timeouts and trust their players on the court, but you can use timeouts very effectively, as we've seen already by the girls and the boys.
Ethan Joling takes it to the hole for 2 more, and he gets the steal. And off Van Offren. What a job by Joling on both ends of the court. Gets the pretty reverse layup. Hustles back on defense and forces a paper-maker turnover for Ethan Joling. Joling, three-pointer well long by Vetter. Not even close. Plew on the drive. He will be fouled going to the basket before the shot. Plew will, though, be at the free throw line. As you heard the public address announcer, that was the 7th team foul for Hortonville. And Plew no good on the free throw, but Krause there for the put back. Oh, they can't get it to foul. We're going to get an over the back on Van Offeren, I believe so. Got to give Kimberly credit for really crashing the boards, but just unable to convert. Here comes Sweeney. Being chased by Plew, a little bit out of control, and we're going to get a traveling violation.
Going to say he didn't have that foot he did have it on the ground. Did a little jump for the travel, so big stop there for the Papermakers to keep it at a 10-point deficit.
Mikey Wild's jumper no good. Riley Miller there for the rebound. We've talked a lot about Ethan Joling. Certainly a Division I prospect right now, being recruited by Bryant, UW-Milwaukee, Southern Mississippi. Just a few schools that have expressed interest in the junior. So certainly something to pay attention to for Ethan Joling as he continues his high school career. And we're going to get a timeout by the Polar Bears. Rolling over your 401k, changing jobs, or planning retirement, Matt Vandenboom and Mike Verstegen can help. They are certified financial planners serving businesses and families in the Fox Cities. Contact Vandenboom Verstegen Wealth Management today. The phone number 920-560-5600 or online at vvwealth.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its affiliates. 6:17 to go here in regulation. Hortonville with a 10-point lead, 56-46 over the Papermakers, and do retain possession after the 30-second timeout by head coach Matt Hintz. Ooh, over in the back. Yeah, we're going to get an over the back violation as Idle unable to keep both feet on the Hortonville side. So Kimberly doing what they needed to do, force a quick Hortonville turnover, try to cut into this 10-point margin. Still a lot of basketball to go with 6+ minutes here at Kimberly.
Yeah, definitely need to get on a run and not let Hortonville go on one.
Lam back to Wild, to Plew. Plew strong to the hole, can't get it to go. Van Offren blocked from behind by Idle. And knocked out of bounds. Kimberly will have possession.
There's just a lot of traffic in the paint every time the paper makers try to go down.
And Mikey Wilds with the big three-pointer. And we get another turnover. Here comes Lam, blocked, and going to be a call on, it slips. Lam will be at the free throw. Sipes with the foul as Lam will be at the free throw line shooting 2.
So back to a 2-possession game. I mean, as you mentioned, Gary, these runs now, Kimberly just needs to continue to maintain this pace, and this is a huge basket because you get down to 5, you're feeling a lot more confident with just over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of basketball as Lam makes them both. The one thing, though, tonight, every time Kimberly's been in this position, it's either been Joling or Miller there for the answer for Hortonville. Chan thought about the 3. Double teamed. Nice job by Sipes. Sipes to Rogers. Again, Kimberly really going for the strong double teams, and we're going to get another timeout by head coach Matt Hintz. That will be a full timeout. Kelly Davies Homes Team, LPT Realty, your home where your kids start shooting hoops in the driveway and where a lifetime of memories are made. As a proud born and raised Kimberly resident, Kelly takes special pride in connecting local buyers and sellers to their future home. Give her team a call today. Start your own real estate journey. Kelly Davies is a certified Ramsey trusted agent with years of experience helping buyers, sellers, investors, and hundreds of transactions a year. Find Kelly Davies Homes Team on Facebook at kellydavieshomes.com and give them a call today. Kelly Davies, proud supporter of Kimberly Athletics.
So it took about, 2 minutes, maybe 90 seconds for Kimberly to cut the 10-point deficit in half to 5. And realistically, I'm sure they're thinking in that huddle during the timeout, Gary, that, hey, we can easily get rid of these last 5 points and get this game tied. But again, I think everyone here in this gymnasium is just waiting for a big three-pointer to go in for the Polar Bears. They have been able to connect in the last 2 possessions, but some would say they're due now.
Yeah, this is where tonight it's been either Miller or Joling with the the baskets to stop these runs. So really Kimberly is really amping up the pressure near steal, but Joling's going to send it across back to Rogers. Rogers strong to the hole, and Rogers with the answer for Hortonville. As nice job by Joling for the assist to Alton Rogers. Gives Hortonville back to that 7-point lead, and there's Sipes. Sipes on the steal, back to Joling. Joling, strong move to the hole, and we're going to call a blocking foul and the basket, I believe. They're going to credit, I believe, they're going to give Joling the hoop.
So you can see his arm extending, but you have to remember for the defensive player, they need to not be moving.
As quickly as Kimberly got that deficit to 5, we're a free throw away, Zach, from another 10-point margin for Ethan Joling and the Polar Bears. And he converts the old-fashioned three-point play for Ethan Joling.
It's all that work for Kimberly to keep cutting down that double-digit lead, to feel that they can get right back into it, and then there it goes. But still, plenty of time.
And Plu with going to have a timeout as Joling again on the defensive side of the basketball gets forces the Kimberly timeout. Just another reminder for you to stop in Van Abels of Hollandtown before or after the game. They are open Wednesday through Sunday. You can celebrate your high school team or make the holidays extra special with friends and family at Van Abels. Their menu is crafted from decades-old Van Abels recipes and served every Wednesday through Sunday with room to easily serve large groups for a work party, family reunion, and maybe a wedding. There can house up to 500 guests. Join Van Abel's for their famous fish fry steaks and, of course, their legendary family-style chicken. I am just hungry thinking about it. Van Abel's of Hollandtown, treating your eating family like family since 1848. Find out more at vanabels.com or find them on Facebook for updates. So a key juncture here. We're 4:39 to go. Hortonville on a 5-0 run after Kimberly was able to cut that 10-point deficit to 5. But Kimberly with the retains possession after the Freddie Owens timeout. Of course, Freddie Owens, we haven't had a chance. Name is familiar, former Wisconsin Badgers, taking over for longtime coach John Myron, who retired. So first year for Freddie Owens and his coaching staff. Mikey Wilds buries the three-pointer right in front of Alden Rogers. So a huge three. Again, amping up the defensive pressure. Riley Miller doing a nice job, and he is going to be fouled. The near turnover for the Polar Bears. But Miller there to save his team as the foul, though, called on Kimberly, 61-54. Kimberly really going strong with these double teams. Joling down low to Rogers. Again, Rogers, the unsung hero tonight. He answers. Tough jumper in the lane, 63-54. Oh, Sipes with the block on Cullen. Here comes Joling. Joling going to keep the dribble, pull it back out. Riley Miller. Miller to Rogers to Chan. Chan's three-pointer off the back of the rim. Not sure that's a shot you want, up 9.
That three-pointer would have made a 12-point lead, Gary, and I wonder if that may have been enough.
Well, Wilds, though, answers, so it's all of a sudden a 7-point margin. Miller with the basketball, guarded closely by Wilds. Back to Rogers. To Miller. Back to Rogers. Rogers again, strong to the hole, and he's going to get the foul, the shot and the foul on Landon Van Offren. Wow, what a second half for Alton Rogers. Roger, go ahead, Zach.
I mean, this is right now for Hortonville. They're doing everything they need to do where you can let go of a lead a little bit, but if you're able to respond and be able to strike the way they have, I mean, this is what you need to do to win a game.
And Rogers doesn't convert, but boy, what a second half for Rogers, who's him, third leading scorer. So all top three scorers for Hortonville certainly showing up tonight. And Wilds, wow. He's keeping the paper makers in the game by himself, 65-58. You're going to get a foul in the back court on Mikey Wilds. So 17th foul. Riley Miller going to head down to the other end where earlier in the half missed a pair of free throws. So down 7, Kimberly putting in extra pressure defensively. So key free throws now down the stretch with the 3-minute mark for Miller and the Polar Bears. Nothing but net for Miller. Miller trying to go 2 for 2. And that's going to be in. Gets it to fall, 67-58. Mikey Wilds on the dribble. Looking down low, Wilds with the runner. Mikey Wilds again. Big second half for Wilds. Rogers with the near steal. Here comes Miller. Miller beats the double press, double team, back to Joling. Joling guarded closely by Wilds, and oh, what a spin move by Ethan Joling. 69-60. Every time Kimberly makes a basket, the Polar Bears answer.
Yeah, the reason why the Polar Bears are not taking more time off the clock is they're just having great looks.
Van Offeren down low. He is fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Owen Sipes on the foul for Hortonville. Yeah, Mikey Wild's up to 19 points here for the Papermakers as Van Offeren, good on the first, and converts both. The full court pressure once again by Kimberly. A lot of contact, and here comes the Rogers. Down low, nice pass to Sipes as they beat the full court pressure for the easy layup. 71-62. Lam. Krause nowhere close on that three-pointers. And now the fouling starts for the Papermakers as Miller fouled by Lam.
Yeah, the Papermakers needed that three-pointer, and now with a chance to make it an 11-point lead for the Polar Bears. Time starting to be a factor, just under 2 minutes to go.
71-62, Riley Miller back at the line shooting 2. Just made 2 free throws just a few seconds ago. Good on the first, back to a 10-point lead. 26 on the night for Riley Miller. Ethan Joling not too far behind with 22. Short on the second. Here comes Plu. Plu to Krause. Krause on the baseline underneath. Knocked out of bounds by Sipes. 10-point deficit here for Kimberly. Krause bringing it in for Kimberly. Wilds guarded by Miller. Double teamed. And lost out of bounds. Turnover by Kimberly, costly. 1:44 to go, down 10. Can't afford to do that. Miller double team, gets it back to Rogers to Joling. Joling on the dribble. Joling down low to Sipes. Nice easy layup again. Created by Ethan Joling. Sipes on the receiving end for another easy layup for the senior.
The last few possessions for Hortonville have just looked so easy.
Plu with the tough runner. Down 10. Joling. Smart move to bring it back out to Miller. Back to Rogers. Rogers fouled by Van Offeren. -19, so one more free throw for, one more foul for Kimberly. We'll keep this a 1-and-1. Next one will be a 2 free throws. And Rogers makes the first, 75-64. And in and out for Rogers. And long three-pointer by Wilds. 75-67, 8-point margin. Joling fouled by Van Offeren as the Papermaker is going to clear out their bench down 8.
Well, Gary, with the bench being unloaded right now by the Papermakers, I think this one's about settled in.
Yep. Can't argue with that one, Zach. Joling, free throw no good, and he's got 22 points. And here comes in a host of Papermakers. Hunter Holshow, Will Weinenberg, Tristan Rise, Number 31, Mac Banker. And number 12, Maddox Mendoza. And a turnover by Hortonville. And I think Matt Hint's going to call a 30-second timeout just to get some of his reserves in. And Levi Wilson checking in. Braden Kluse. Number 22, Brooks Marmon. Number 23, Reese Aarons. And Carson Colberg all checking in for the Polar Bears, up 76-67, one final possession. See if they might just run out the clock here. Nice win for the Polar Bears to go 4-0 on the season. As Colberg will dribble it out, and that will do it from Kimberly High School, where our final, once again, is the Hortonville Polar Bears advance to 4-0 as they defeat the Kimberly Papermakers 76-67 here at Kimberly High School. Some final thoughts, Zach?
Well, the first half was exciting. Second half, I mean, the excitement continued. It was just every time Kimberly tried to make a run at it, Hortonville just did what you need to do and just match it. I mean, that's all you have to do. You can let your defense, you can let up defensively, but if you're scoring at will on offense, which I think that's where you saw the Papermakers just basically wave the white flag at 52 seconds to go, because no matter what they do, they just could not stop them defensively. So it was just an offensive clinic for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, I thought too for Hortonville, the big three we talked about, Miller, Joling, and Sweeney, all averaging double digits, and all three certainly didn't disappoint tonight. And I thought, especially in the second half, Alton Rogers, we talked about every time Kimberly made a run, it seemed in the second half it was Rogers who had the answer for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they were able to do. And if it wasn't him, you had other teammates, and that's what it is, a big team win, and that's what they were able to do. As for Kimberly, you take this game, you learn from these lessons, you find out what went wrong defensively and try to improve for the rest of the conference play, and definitely for the rematch that you'll have later at Hortonville.
Yeah, Kimberly falls to 0-3, Hortonville 4-0. So we get the split in the girls' game earlier. Kimberly defeated Hortonville on the girls' side earlier tonight by a score of 63-46. And on the boys' side, it was Hortonville answering as they defeat Kimberly 76-67. I believe we don't have a graphic, but Zach, we will be back Tuesday night at Neenah as the Kaukauna Ghosts. I'm excited to see both the Ghosts and Neenah at Neenah High School. We'll be there Tuesday night for our OSI video stream game of the week. And before we leave, it gives us a chance to thank our sponsors once again for everything they do for us. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. Special thanks to Myron Construction, and of course OSI, Orthopedic Sports Institute of the Fox Valley, and our game sponsors today, Kelly Davies Home Team and Van Abels of Hollandtown, and of course Vandeboom and Verstegen Wealth Management. Once again, that will do it for Kimberly High School. As our final score, once again, it was the Hortonville Polar Bears defeating the Kimberly Papermakers by a score of 76-67. For Zach Morris, I'm Gary Berleski, hoping you have a good Friday night and an excellent weekend, everybody. We hope you join us Tuesday night when we'll be back at Neenah High School. Have a great night, everybody.